Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree from On the Hot Podcast. Today, I have some bonus content for you guys. The bonus content I will be having for you guys will be pertaining in the world of boxing. By the look on my shirt, you guys already know what time it is. Gervonta Tank Davis, Mr. Box Office himself, is back in the ring tomorrow night in the DMV area in Washington, D.C. I will be sharing my fight prediction between himself, Gervonta Tank Davis. We'll be taking on Hector Luis Garcia in a lightweight showdown with Gervonta Davis defending his WBA lightweight championship in this title fight tomorrow night. But this fight is going to be a great fight, which I will get to in a few moments. But this is going to be an incredible card from start to finish when the event starts tomorrow all the way up until the main event. These guys on the undercard deserve their shine as well. This is the best undercard I have seen in the world of boxing in quite some time. There is a lot of talent that is loaded in this undercard. Starting off with the first fight of the night, where we will see Demetrius Andre versus Damon Nicholson in a jam-packed super middleweight contest. Demetrius Andrade, I should say, is looking to make a name for himself in that division, looking to fight Canelo Alvarez, actually. That's how good of a fighter he is. Then you have, in the welterweight division, you have Rashadi Ellis going up against Roman Villa. That should be a good showdown in the welterweight division. And in the co-main event, you will be having Jerome Boots Ennis, one of the most talented welterweights in that deep division, arguably on his way to becoming one of the big box office names in the world of boxing himself. It's only a matter of time before he starts headlining and main eventing his own pay-per-view events. He will be taking on Karen, I apologize, I'm just going to keep it short. His last name is very hard to pronounce. But that fight will be taking place for the IBF interim world title. The winner of that fight actually could be the future IBF champion. Earl Spence Jr. could relinquish his IBF championship in the near future. We don't know what he has in his plans when he returns to the boxing ring. Maybe he might vacate that championship before he gets back to the ring. So the winner of this fight could find themselves being a world champion in the welterweight division, holding the IBF championship. But let's get on to the main event scene, where we'll be seeing Gervonta Tank Davis and Hector Luis Garcia getting on in the ring. This will be Gervonta Davis's first fight since coming off that big win against Rolly Romero, that knockout win. The reason why I'm wearing this t-shirt is because he delivered that knockout that happened at the Barclays Center last year in May in 2022, where he had that left hook that was heard around the world, where he knocked out Rolly Romero. So he's coming into his first fight. This will actually be Gervonta Davis's first fight since 2015, where he is fighting not being signed with Floyd Mayweather Promotions. This is a great move for Gervonta Davis moving forward. Not being a part of Floyd Mayweather Promotions, I applaud Floyd Mayweather for bringing the spotlight to this young man's life in Gervonta Davis. He is a box office star thanks to the help of Floyd Mayweather. But it's now time for Gervonta Davis to take his own career up to the next level and not being opponents picked for him. I am proud of what Gervonta Davis is doing. He's a box office star now. He doesn't need anybody. He's his own promotion now. He's a box office star. It's debatable who is the biggest box office star in boxing right now. But I can tell you top three names, not in order. Gervonta Davis is up there with the likes of Canelo Alvarez and Earl Spence Jr. when it comes to box office attractions in the world of boxing as we speak today. So Gervonta Davis is making a name for himself in the lightweight divisions. He's building up a pretty good resume over his last few fights. In the last 4 fights, he beat Leo Santa Cruz. He beat Mario Barrios, went up to 140 pounds and beat Mario Barrios. He beat Pitbull Cruz in late of December 2021, where he beat him with one hand, basically outboxing Pitbull Cruz in the second half of that fight with just one hand. And then, like I just mentioned a few moments ago, beating Rolly Romero. Right now, as we speak, the top guy in Mayweather Promotions. So Gervonta Davis is building up quite a resume for himself. But this fight is going to be a dangerous fight for Gervonta Davis. Obviously, we know who Gervonta Davis will fight in the next few months in the calendar year of 2023. He is set to face Ryan Garcia. That is down the line in the springtime of 2023. his fight right here, I want to tell the audience, for you guys watching and listening, Gervonta Davis is not having a tune-up fight. This is far from a tune-up fight. Hector Luis Garcia is the real deal. Hector Luis Garcia is a 2016 Olympian, and during the beginning of last year in 2022 in February, where he fought featherweight prospect in Chris Colbert, he made Hector Luis Garcia made Chris Colbert look ordinary in that fight. He dismantled and picked him apart the whole entire fight, even scored a knockdown against Chris Colbert. One of the biggest upsets that transpired in the boxing world of 2022. Currently, he is a WBA super featherweight champion, and currently he is ranked the second best featherweight boxer by Ring Magazine in the featherweight division. So obviously we're going to be seeing Hector Luis Garcia, who has made a name for himself at the featherweight division. He's going to be climbing up a weight class from 130 to 135 pounds to fight Gervonta Davis. So this is my tail of the tape for the fight. We have Gervonta Davis, who stands at 5'6". Today weighed in at the weigh-ins at 134 pounds. He has a 67.5 reach span. He's 27-0 with 25 knockouts to his resume, currently 28 years of age. And then you have Hector Luis Garcia, who stands at 5'8", also weighed in 134 pounds today at today's weigh-in. He has a reach advantage, 69 reach span, and he's 16-0 and has 10 knockouts to his resume. So when you look at that, after the things I just mentioned, Hector Luis Garcia has the height advantage and has the small reach span advantage over Gervonta Davis. This is going to be a good fight from start all the way to the finish line. Styles makes fights in the world of boxing. Gervonta Davis is a great southpaw fighter. He's also a great defensive fighter. A lot of people like to say Gervonta Davis runs in the ring. No, Gervonta Davis is just quick. He has the speed. He has the agility to get away, just like his former protege, Floyd Mayweather, was. He was a good defensive fighter as well. Gervonta Davis shows not the skills, defensive skills that Floyd shows, but he shows that he's quick and he's hard to catch in that ring. He's very patient fighter. Very, very patient fighter. A lot of people will say that Gervonta Davis starts slow in fights. I mean, he doesn't start, in my opinion, he doesn't start slow. I think he's just very patient. I think he just waits. He likes to collect data as the early rounds go on, I would say. He likes to figure out his opponents before he starts going in. And when he hits hard, he's like a shark that smells blood. He just goes and attacks. But Gervonta Davis is very patient and has that incredible power. Like I just said, when he sees his opponent is hurt, he has the incredible power. I like to call him the baby Mike Tyson of this generation. That's how much power Gervonta Davis has. But like I said, Styles makes fights, and Hector Luis Garcia is also a southpaw fighter, so he fights in a similar way to Gervonta Davis and how he stands in the ring. And this is going to be a really good fight. I'm expecting Gervonta Davis to win this fight, and I'm going to go ahead and pick Gervonta Davis. I'm putting my undefeated streak on the line, but what better fighter to put my streak on the line with Gervonta Davis winning this fight. I have him winning this fight by KO, by knockout in the 8th round tomorrow night. I expect Hector Luis Garcia to start off fast, start off quick, try to frustrate Tank. I think he's going to frustrate him within the first 3 rounds of the fight. That's when I believe that Gervonta Davis is going to be taking those first 3, maybe even 4 rounds to start collecting data on Hector Luis Garcia. See what he likes to do, absorb some of his punches to see how hard he hits. But I think he's going to frustrate Gervonta Davis within the first 3 rounds. But I think the longer the fight goes on, the more it favors Gervonta Davis. I think Gervonta Davis will eventually tire him out. I think he's going to land a lot of counter punches. Just like I said, he's a patient fighter. I think that's going to be his game strategy. He's going to feel him out. He's going to be very patient with Hector Luis Garcia. A lot of counter punches he's going to have for a full-on display. And I think he's going to tire him out with power shots that may connect to the body, power shots that may connect to his jaw. I think he's going to have a statement knockout win tomorrow night against Hector Luis Garcia to retain his WBA lightweight championship, to send a message to Ryan Garcia, who he will fight later on in the calendar year of 2023. That is my prediction for that. I think one thing I want to say before I end this video about Gervonta Davis, I really do feel like he has a legit chance to win Fighter of the Year in 2023. Like I just said in the beginning of the segment, he is no longer signed with Mayweather Promotions. He is his own man. He can pick and choose who he wants to fight at this point of his career. It should have always been like that, but Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe, also had different decisions for Gervonta Davis. But Gervonta Davis has obviously stepped up his competition level over the last 4 or 5 fights that I just named. And now, I think, so it starts off with him winning Fighter of the Year. He has to get past Hector Luis Garcia tomorrow night. I believe he does that. Then you go on to the middle of the year, or maybe in the springtime, against Ryan Garcia. You knock off Ryan Garcia, and maybe towards the end of 2023, you either fight Devin the Dream Haney or you fight Shakur Stevenson. If Gervonta Davis can go in tomorrow night, beat Hector Luis Garcia, then springtime, beat Ryan Garcia. Then towards the end of the year, I know he's hungry to fight either one of these men, the best guys that the sport has to offer in the lightweight division right now, and the undisputed lightweight champion, and Devin the Dream Haney. And then you have Shakur Stevenson. I think Gervonta Davis, he fights one of them and knocks off one of them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He would deserve to win Fighter of the Year. And I'm expecting a really good fight. I'm expecting a really good year for Gervonta Davis. Again, my prediction is going to be Gervonta Davis wins this fight by knockout in the 8th round. I don't think it goes any farther than that. I just don't think Hector Luis Garcia's jaw is going to be able to take what Gervonta Davis can dish out. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.